stay at the Barrymore.
And then we rented a place in Clearwater Beach.
Yep, at the Marriott, which was very nice.
Which was upscale.
I would say it's. I would call it upscale
for Joey Petroni.
For us,
right?
For your standard,
right?
Not for mine.
It started from the second we got there. We pulled up in the front of this really nice motel or hotel.
I'm going to call it motel.
Hotel.
It's like a resort, a conference center. I don't know. It's everything. It's on the water,
very
close
upscale.
to the beach, very upscale.
And I'm not
valet parking and the whole 9 yards.
So as soon as we pulled up, the guys come over. They want to load the car for us and help us out. And I said no. And I'm not being cheap or anything. I wasn't even thinking about money. I like to visually see what I take out of my car, put it on the car.
So you could organize yourself and everything. Yeah.
I mean, when I DJ, people want to help me pack my van. I'm like, I need to see.
I agree with that.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, they don't even have self-service carts. It's like they won't give you a cart unless you have the guy will come up and help. What do they call it? Bellhop?
Bellhop.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Such an old-fashioned term. Bellhop is probably.
Well, it was funny because he said okay. He did leave the cart.
Right.
And as I was packing up the cart, it was you, Sarah, and my dad, and we're putting everything on the cart. And then I go to the back of the truck to go grab something, and you guys are all gone. I'm at the back of the truck. So I get up to the top. I go up to the 9th floor.
Right.
And there he is, and he goes, "Oh, they asked for help." I'm like, so he waited for the moment to say, "Do you need help?"
Right. Yeah.
So
and then you're kind of like already committed at that point.
And it wasn't the money. It was just I wanted to see what was going in there.
And it's awkward because nobody carries cash really anymore.
I did have cash.
But a lot of times we don't have small bills. You know. Yeah. You gotta have a wad of like fives or small bills.
When we were done, my dad gave him a $5 tip. And then after he left, a few minutes later, I go out and I get in the elevator to go downstairs to move the truck. I'm in the elevator with the guy my dad just gave $5 to.
Right.
And he's looking at me like,
I know.
So I said,
definitely
all right.
Uncomfortable.
I gave him 20.
Yeah.
So it was $5 a bag.
But then the whole rest of the time we kept avoiding him. Like I wouldn't go out the main door. I'd go out like the side door. I just didn't feel like
I had 20s. I had 20s, and what I did was I went and got dollar bills. Trevor, I went and got dollar bills. Because every time I talked to this guy, I felt like he'd stare at me for a second. I'd say, like, my daughter wants to go fishing. Where's a good place to fish around? Okay. And he would say, yeah, there's places to fish. I can help you with that. So I opened up my wallet and I gave him $1.
Right.
He's like, yeah, you go fishing right in the back. It's almost like he wouldn't talk to me unless I gave him money.
I mean, I found myself, there was a coffee stand at Starbucks. Can I say Starbucks? But anyway, it was a Starbucks stand in the lobby. And it was kind of the same thing because you'd go down and order a coffee and then they give you the receipt. And then after that, then she has you sign something. And it's almost like you feel compelled to add $1 because there's a line for a tip. Right. So I'm like, so that $4 coffee now cost me $5.
Right.
But you do that, a couple of times a week. It's expensive.
I think tipping is awesome. I think people work and it's great to tip people. Right. But I felt, for me, and it might have been in my head. It probably was in my head. But I felt like every time I saw the guy, I'd give him $1. And one time I gave him $1 and he goes, "What's this for?" I said, "Oh, because you smile." I gave him $1 to smile.
Yeah. No, I don't mind like tipping, but at what point do you draw the line? Be like, you just poured me one cup of, it wasn't like a specialty drink or it's literally just poured me a cup of hot coffee.
This is me. This is my opinion. I don't know if you agree with this. My opinion is, and we're not loaded. We don't I don't know pop fishes half the time. But my opinion is, I'd rather go there and give $100 to the guy and just say,
just help us out,
whatever
you need. Right.
And then I don't feel like I didn't, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to forget about
you just take care of them once up front and then that's it. $100 might be a little very generous.
Whatever. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
I almost felt like saying, because Sarah was with us.
Right.
Do me a favor. Here's $100. Just don't embarrass me in front of my family.
Oh, true.
Because it's embarrassing. Because Sarah would say, "Why is he?"
Because we don't know the whole protocol. We don't travel often, so we're not. Yeah.
Right. We always rent places, and
we're pretty we usually rent condos. If I would have had more time, I would have rented a condo with a kitchen and
But the Marriott in Clearwater Beach
beautiful.
Is awesome.
It's on Sand Key, so it's over a bridge, which was great. And they have that trolley that runs there, so you really
the Jolly Trolley.
The Jolly Trolley.
I was going to tell you about that.
Yeah, that was a great. That was fun.
Do you remember what happened on the Jolly Trolley?
I'm trying to remember.
Well, we took the Jolly Trolley down to a place called Krabby's.
Krabby's, right. The first night, yeah.
That was good food.
That was fun, yeah.
If you ever go to Clearwater Beach, go to Krabby's.
Yeah, that was fun.
But what happened when we got back on the trolley to go back? Do you remember when I walked on the trolley? What happened?
Yeah. Were we not on the right bus going back? I forget exactly.
I'll give you a hint.
Remind me, because I feel like I can't remember.
I was wearing a Jets sweatshirt.
Oh, right. And then a girl, should I say what we think that I think that she said?
Go ahead, say
We
it.
were sitting there.
No, I walked onto the
You
Jolly
walked
Trolley.
onto the Jolly
And
Trolley.
she started saying,
and this girl looked up at you and said, "I'm not a man."
3 times.
3 times. I heard it.
But angry. Very angry.
Yeah, I'm not a man.
She looked right at me and
Yeah,
said,
I'm not a man.
And she had short hair.
Yeah.
None of it mattered
No, it
to
was
me.
totally like we were
Yeah.
just doing our own thing, and it
Yeah.
wasn't like we weren't not being confrontational. We weren't looking at her or staring or anything like that. It was
Very
like a little
angry.
out of nowhere. She
was sitting with her
Yeah.
husband. You know, her and her husband were sitting there.
right.
And I looked at him and he looked at me and I said,
It's just so
she goes,
weird.
"I am not a man." I never said
I
anything.
clearly heard that.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
But
This is the funny part.
well, the funny part is that afterwards we got off the bus.
when we're talking about what happened, right?
And I'm wearing a Jets sweatshirt.
Right.
And I really think now, thinking about it, was she was trying to say I'm not a fan.
Well,
My
that's what one
daughter's-
of our daughters said that.
Well, she said she was pointing to my shirt.
right, saying, but I clearly heard man,
She
not
probably
fan.
she probably meant to say I'm not a fan. She's not a
But
Jets
we
fan.
were hearing it differently.
Right.
But that was pretty funny because now this will be a debate. We'll never get the answer
We'll
to
never
that.
get the answer. We'll
We'll
never see
never
her
know.
again.
We'll never see that lady again. And this will be the debate within the family because I clearly heard man.
But
My
if she
daughter was saying fan. And it does make sense to say I'm not a fan because you're wearing a
Jets
sports
sweatshirt.
shirt. Right.
and she was pointing to my Jets sweatshirt.
So,
So.
yeah, it's just so weird.
But
Yeah.
how nice was it at night at the Marriott?
That was beautiful.
We had the moon.
Yeah, right on the
The
water.
first night, the moon was on the water, so it's almost like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
I had saw
Crystal-
moon
yeah.
shadow. No moon shadow. By
Yeah.
Stevens.
Yeah. I
I'm
love that song.
being followed by
Mhm.
the-
Shadow.
I had that song in my head, and we did that thing. You've seen it in photos before, where
Right.
you act like you're holding the moon.
Yeah.
You line up the camera,
Mhm.
and it looks like my dad was
Right.
holding the moon.
Yeah.
You know, like you were holding the
Yep.
moon.
That was fun.
It was a beautiful night.
It was
the first night.
beautiful. The Marriott, that property was great because we had a balcony and it was really beautiful.
Yeah.
But
Oh, if I ever lose my hands, oh,